Check out the video description for details. Thursday, September 28th, we've got a ton of things to cover today, including the Roku IPO, so we'll get to that in a minute. But let's go over some stories that have happened this week. Big stories that have lots of stock implications here. First one I want to talk about is Robert Kirkman, who's the creator of The Walking Dead. We like to follow indie comics and development and things like that, and he's got a lot of creative stuff in the works, and big story coming out with him giving a first look to Amazon for things that he's producing. So this is a huge news as Netflix, Amazon, and Apple start battling for original content. You can throw HBO in there too. Huge win for them, for Amazon. Amazon stock, it's up a little bit today. As far as getting original content goes, that's a big blow to Apple. In my opinion, Netflix has got a pretty good stream. So this makes Amazon stock even more interesting than it already is. We'll see what happens as these groups start getting up writers like this, getting them under contract, and see where that goes. But definitely be bullish on Amazon, on their original content and what they're producing, certainly with Robert Kirkman being added. Today, Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer was released, a new trailer. There was a teaser for an announcement today, and the announcement was a new trailer. Probably not going to play it full screen or anything of it. Advertisement rolling in the background, but this is big news for Take-Two Interactive. Stock that if they paid a dividend we would own right away. Losing money not owning it, as they are on fire. They are definitely a growth stock that's out there. Lots of great franchises, and Red Dead Redemption 2 with its online component is going to be huge. And let me just scrub through a couple of scenes here. You can see, I think this in 4K is going to be ridiculous looking. So look forward to getting this and playing it 4K. I'd like to see it out on the Switch. I don't know if that'll happen though. Maybe the original Red Dead Redemption will get a remaster out on the Switch. That would be pretty cool. But looking forward to this in 4K. I haven't announced it yet for that it's going to be specific 4K, but I mean, obviously, I think this is a title that would work great for that. So, Take-Two Interactive, still a good buy out there. I like Activision better because of the dividend, but another company with lots of billions in cash sitting around, growing. Next big story that we have is Atari has finally revealed the Atari Box. We talked about this earlier this week about, we'd finally cover this after we looked at and digested the story. And actually, I am somewhat underwhelmed on what Atari's showing out. It's going to run Linux, and AMD custom processor. Costs $300. Basically, they're getting a PC on your TV, and they're using it's a crowdfunded product. It didn't exactly blow me away. I guess we'll see when more info comes out about the nuts and bolts of it. But Linux open source. I guess if you can get Steam on it and play it on your TV. I think people who want to do that can already get a custom PC that'll be better than this, that'll run on their TV through an HDMI cable. So, didn't exactly blow me away. We'll wait and see, obviously, on it. When they first started announcing this, we talked about, Atari stock may get some big bumps. It's a penny stock when you these different announcements come up, and it's up huge. It was at 20 cents, it's at 36 cents, 37 cents. I mean, the stock's basically worthless. If you wanted to play the game with penny stocks, I suppose you could, as more announcements and hype come out with this, but I don't see this changing the fortunes of the company or saving it or anything like that. So the way to go with retro is the Super NES Classic Edition. Reviews are out on it. I'm just gonna post GameSpot in a couple of reviews. I'll put it in the description of the video. But so far, the reviews have been good. Star Fox 2 hasn't been getting a lot of love in its review, basically saying that it's a good thing that they canceled the game because jittery and stuff like that. Very ambitious, but definitely wasn't ready for prime time. But it's cool to be able to play it. Some of the games haven't aged as well, but some of it's great nostalgia. So for that and the price, it's selling out like crazy still. Breaking websites that are putting it up. A lot of stores are saying that they're going to have 20 plus in stock. So don't give your money to scalpers. We'll see. I don't think they'll be able to keep up with the demand in any case. So that's definitely good news for Nintendo stock. Let's pull this up here. Nintendo up a little bit today. I mean, Nintendo stock has been a great stock to own. I think it's got a long, bright future ahead with obviously their cash hoard that they have and the games that they make, their franchises and stuff. So looking good for Nintendo with another hit, the SNES Classic. And I'm guessing next year will be the N64 Classic, which may be a good pickup. So good news for Nintendo. Final thing I want to talk about today is the IPO for Roku. We had talked about a long time ago that this was coming. I did not do a lot of research or look at Roku stock because, quite frankly, I feel like your other systems do. If you have a Xbox, PlayStation, it does it for you. If you're an Apple person, you already have the Apple TV and you're in that ecosystem. I know Roku is a very popular device, and if people don't have those gaming systems and are not in the Apple ecosystem, I say go with it. I've recommended it to people, but I just feel like it does something that so many other devices do, and I was very much wrong overlooking this one. As you can see, 30% it is up today on its first day of trading from its IPO. So Roku, kudos to them. Anyone who was able to get in has just made a big bump. Certainly let this one settle down a little bit before I start looking at it closer. We'll see where it goes, and what some of the stats are on it, but not a big fan of it. 30% though, so a lot of people like it. A lot of people see a bright future for it. Time will tell. Let me know what you think about Roku. Is it a good investment? Personally, I'm waiting for Funko to get in on the IPO game, but we'll see when that happens. So that's it for today's show. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already to get the latest investing news for gamers. And we'll see you next show.